Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a great day. Got just a little bit of news. I may be going through things a little fast right now. I'm a little tired, and I did go out and take a bunch of pictures of the aurora. Vtuber Kirsche being banned from Off Kai Expo panel. I am not a member of the VTuber community, despite the fact that I do VTubing. I don't typically fit firmly into any community. I just kind of hang out, and I like to hang out with everybody, and I don't worry about community stuff. But it is great to see when a community rallies behind people. And overall, Kirsche does appear to be getting quite a bit of support after this has occurred. I know she's been on a few Geeks and Gamers streams recently, and people very much seem to like her. This says Vtuber Kirsche has been banned from participating in a panel at Off Kai Expo. This ban effectively blacklists Kirsche from participating in any official capacity, despite claim from the official Off Kai account that it's not a blacklist, as she is free to attend or participate in other ways. Outside of a panel, there appears to be very few ways to participate as a VTuber, especially without the technical support of convention staff. When asked for clarification, Lysander, the director of this year's Off Kai Expo, directed Kirsche to a series of tweets where she made comments about pronoun discourse, DEI initiatives, and LGBT+ acronyms. You can find a video of Kirsche discussing her correspondence with Off Kai Expo below, and definitely go watch the video. Apparently, one of the tweets that was provided as an example of her being a polarizing figure was a comment in response to Niche Gamer's social media manager. Niche Gamer does not generally police the personal accounts of its staff and has a diverse staff with diverse opinions, which is part of why I like them. Throughout the video, Kirsche maintains that her statements weren't hateful and were at worst divorced from context. When asked if staff who disliked her could simply not assist the panel she'd appear in, she was told that since Off Kai's staff is volunteers, that it'd be difficult for staff to compartmentalize. It is worth mentioning that Off Kai Expo is one of the largest VTuber conventions and is hosting talent from HoloLive, Idol Corp, FaZe Connect, and more. You can check out Kirsche on YouTube here, and I will put a link in the comments. Here you have Rev Says Desu, and he says, hello, at Off Kai Expo, I'm supposed to be doing a meet and greet for my community at your convention. I'm going to be honest, I was looking forward to this event, but I don't care about my slot at all if you're going to be blacklisting people like Kirsche Verstahl. If you are going to blacklist her, you might as well blacklist me too. I won't be supporting Off Kai Expo in any way until this situation is handled fairly. Talking more about this in a video tomorrow. As you go down Kirsche's timeline, you will find a ton of support for her. See here, Alara, I don't want to come across as salty, but seeing the Off Kai plus Kirsche story develop really makes me wonder. I was denied a panel despite my work with tons of creators and many prior con appearances. I don't know, seems like behind the scenes for Off Kai are not so great. Here you have Strop. Hi, Off Kai Expo. I'm supposed to be at your con for a meet and greet on behalf of a third-party vendor. I'm really disappointed that Kirsche Verstahl is being blacklisted. Unfortunately, unless the blacklist is removed and she is allowed to participate in the panel, I will not be attending. Then you have Kale. You did it. Their fears bring the forced pandering of entities like Bridge to even more light. God bless you, VTuber Kirsche Verstahl. And then you have Gromes. The woke have no problem gatekeeping when it comes to their own controlled spaces. They are gatekeeping Kirsche right now. Then you have Savi. If you don't follow groupthink, a small number of people will obsessively comb your tweets and try to ruin any appearances you have. They will demand you be silenced because they cannot live in an open and free market of ideas. They will cry, kick, and scream if they don't get their way. Infantile behavior like that used to be treated as such. Now it is reinforced by those desperate to look morally right, despite it quite literally being the antithesis to the concept of diversity. Instead of discussion, it calls for silence. Instead of, hey, you do you, it calls for silence. No more silence. Everyone should speak up. Everyone should no longer fear for any of this. Don't give them that power, that vanity, and that pride. Because in truth, there is nothing to fear. It's fine to disagree with someone, but you can do so in a respectful way. You can mute what you don't want to see. You can see less of thanks to Twitter curation. But if someone else's ideas really ruin your day to the point of infantile behavior where you can't function, it might be time to get off the internet for a little and have some lavender tea. And of course you have Kirsche here. She says, I want to thank everyone for all the support I have been shown after speaking up about my issues with Off Kai. Hopefully, if other VTubers have been told they can't be on panels, they feel comfortable speaking out. Here are the tweets I was shown as to why I can't be allowed. And here is a mosaic of tweets. You can find a link to this tweet in the description if you want to go through all these. Honestly, there is nothing terribly awful about any of these, unless you, of course, you are a overly sensitive child. But you know how that goes. But here we are in the middle of fighting all sorts of things. I'm so glad to see, at least in some ways, movements are happening. People standing up behind Kirsche. I do hope that Kirsche gets her spot back on Off Kai. On the other hand, I hope more importantly that everybody starts to learn where to boycott their attention. It's great to see that there are apparently many in the VTuber community that are willing to stand up for others. I have for a long time watched the community from the outside just because honestly I'm not good at getting into any community. I've seen a lot of drama occur there, but at the same time I really like seeing it when a community can come together and support each other more than anything, because that is the purpose of community. Drama is a side effect, but the purpose of being part of a group is having people to have your back when something happens. I hope more come out. I hope more speak up on this sort of stuff, because I know there are probably plenty of VTubers who feel that they are unable to speak their minds. If anybody has any ideas on what we can do to help in any of these situations, put them down in the comments or put them out on Twitter. Put them somewhere so that we can get things kind of going on this, because we can't just keep allowing these things to happen, honestly. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.